Experience in Anaheim, California. This is the last match of the night. We are in Group B. And this one, I don't think a lot of people expected to see Luminosity playing against Elevate in this battle here in Group B.
No, Elevate is the shocker coming out of this one. They played very good in the match that you casted earlier. Luminosity looked up and down. You know, the first map against E United was a little bit rough, but they turned things on after that.
And I was talking to Slags, he said, you know, we just weren't warmed up. So we took that game one, we warmed up. From there on out, it was pretty easy stuff.
Did you actually talk to him? Because you just made a face.
Yeah, I talked to Josiah Barry. He was signing autographs. I was hanging out with him, having a good time out back.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was a party.
Sounds like it was an experience.
It was a fantastic PlayStation experience, Matt. I like what you did there. But this is the last map of the night. We already know one team is in the bracket tomorrow. This will decide the second team that is making it into bracket play. Here's a look at how Group B has sorted out. Elevate took out Rise Nation. It was a 3-0, a big shocker there. Reedy clutching up in the end of that game. You saw him 1v3 clutch in the search and destroy. That gave them all the momentum they needed going into an uplink, which was won in overtime. But LG, Luminosity, like you said, dropped an early game of hardpoint to an E United squad that looked pretty strong against Rise just now.
Yeah, LG, they get by United. E United probably a little bit better than what we thought they were. They come in and, you know, although they do not win a game here, they look to play very well. You know, they took LG in a very close game. LG's able to win that one, but Rise Nation gets by E United with a 3-2 victory. And I believe we're just going to get ready to go right into game here. Be our first map here, our best of 5 series between Elevate and Luminosity. It'll be breakout hardpoint. Seems like some players standing up. Does not look like we're completely ready to go.
We're missing 2 Europeans. It's all right. Reedy didn't have his audio set up properly. Actually, Zed didn't, so he's helping him out. Good guy, Reedy, the veteran, coming up clutch.
Yeah, he said he gave us just a 1-minute sign, so I trust him. Seems like
they just got here.
Guy.
They just got here. They're sorting it out.
Yep, they're sorting it out. Seems like everything is okay. So we'll see breakout hardpoint will be game number 1 here. Now, obviously, the winner of this advances out of Group B. They'll have a #1 seed for the bracket play tomorrow, and we'll set up all of our matches for tomorrow, which should be an action-packed day of some COD.
It's going to be crazy. I mean, we've already seen 2 teams eliminated. E United's out, Evil Geniuses is out.
Which is crazy.
Tomorrow morning, we're going to have even more elimination matches. The loser of this is going to have to play in that losers match down later. But FaZe the first team to come through. Is it going to be Luminosity, the second team coming through? If you asked anyone coming into this tournament who are the 2 strongest teams, I think they'd tell you FaZe and LG.
Yeah, I think Luminosity does win this match, although I know I may be underselling Elevate a little bit. I thought Elevate played very strong earlier in the day, so you don't know. Luminosity looked a little bit off. They come into this match, not a lot of warm-up time. You know, this one could be one that Elevate could steal it. But even if they do steal it, I still feel like Luminosity makes it out of this group. Rise Nation has not really shown me anything too strong so far.
And I'm just setting up our Codcaster real quick here as we get into the action. It's time to party, Matt. This is breakout hardpoint. Now, if you just watched our last series between Rise Nation and E United, breakout hardpoint was game 4, and then game 5 was Retaliation S&D. Those are the 2 maps we're going to start this best of 5 off with. So the teams have been watching. They saw what worked, what didn't work in the last match. Let's see who is coming to play. I got to ask you, Matt, do you want to start off with the Americans or the Europeans here?
Okay, so I want to actually start off with the Europeans. Who actually played who stood out in your mind in that match that you casted? Oh, Watson, really?
Absolutely. Watson in the first hardpoint dropped the most kills for the team. Look for him. After they lock in a hardpoint, he knows exactly where the spawns are going to be coming from, and even at short range, he is so confident with his K-bar shot, he is going to challenge people up close and personal, try and get in their face early on. Watson is the only one not going for the hardpoint. You see on the minimap, he's going to be the big flanker, but all of his teammates got dropped in that center HP, so he's got to wait for the new flood of spawns to come in.
Yeah, that's one thing speaking with Placer. When he was watching Elevate play earlier, he was very impressed with. See, he was watching flies into the hill. He's able to pick up 2 kills there. It's just the spawn knowledge of the Elevate team. You know, a lot of players trying to figure out the spawns. In Hardpoint here in Infinite Warfare, he was saying that it seemed like Elevate knew exactly where players are going to be spawning in from.
And right now we have it on your X-ray for both teams. Currently watching the red team, they'll be playing against the blue LG squad, but let's actually just put it on enemy only here.
Why not, Christopher?
Yeah, make it a little easier to follow. Another guy you got to look out for is Reedy. He's 0-3 to start this game, but he seemed to be a guy that once he got his first kill, then he picked up momentum, picked up 2 or 3 in that same life. He also went on a few droughts where he just wasn't able to pick anything up, but Reedy, he's a veteran. He showed what he can do in Search and Destroy, and they are going to need him to come up big in these respawn game modes because currently the only one getting kills is Zed.
Yeah, it seems like Reedy can be a player who kind of goes off of emotion, and sometimes when you're not playing your best, you tend to kind of get down on yourselves and really kind of get in your own head. Seems like a little bit what Reedy is dealing with here early. He's 0-4, Shawnee 1-5.
Whoa.
Things are not looking good for Elevate. You see Classic, though, continuing the strong play. 2-piece after 2-piece, currently double positive.
Let's watch the man, and as I do it, he falls. We'll stay on board with him through the respawn. 61-20, though, 3 times their opponent's score after your first 2 hard points, and they still have another 15 points to gather here.
You know why Classic is so good?
Why?
It's from Long Island.
Really?
Obviously.
Are good things from Long Island?
All the most talented gamers are from Long Island. I am from Long Island, so I have absolutely no bias in that matter. Replays is from Long Island as well. Classic, fantastic player, though. I mean, last year, I don't want to say like he broke out last year. Like we've seen him have great performances, in Ghost and Advanced Warfare and whatnot. But like last year was, I feel like, the first time everybody considered him in like that top caliber, like that top echelon of players. Right. And I feel like coming into this year, he's just going to build on that hype and just momentum and really kind of come into his own. I feel like, at the end of this year, I feel like Classic will be, in that same kind of category with like the Clacers and players
so?
like that we talk about. Yeah, without a doubt. This guy is the real deal. I mean, he is that good. Assault rifle, submachine gun, any game mode, Classic is just that good.
Going over to Slacked here, Classic's duo. And Josiah Berry has been one of my favorite players to watch since Black Ops 2. Always someone who is going to be able to put up numbers. Currently 11-9 in this game. He also has about 30 seconds of hardpoint control. On the other end, though, Reedy, I said he's a guy, once he gets 1 kill, he starts to stack them together.
He's got 1.
Well, he's got 1, and he hasn't stacked any other ones together. 1-10. There is definitely a hole in Elevate's game right now.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been there before, right? Just a really rough start in this one. You expect him to turn it around. He was such a big piece in their first match that they won, but no, long day for the Europeans. Maybe a little jet line coming in here later in the day. He's able to pick up a kill inside the hard point now, so maybe he can start to get going.
There it is. There's 2. Make it 3. Almost. Not this time. We'll go over to Watson, though. Watson picks up his 11th kill, and he's the guy who's not going to play inside the hard point. He's constantly going to be the one pushing out, trying to find those new spawners, and Zed just got a big triple to clear the HP. 1 player laying prone, looked like a dead body. Finally, they pick him up. There's Shawnee coming alive on the scoreboard as well, as Elevate will reclaim the final 20 seconds of the commissary. Now we're going to see this HP move again, though, Matt. And looking at the scoreboard, you got to see that it's Elevate coming to life. And Zed really is the one pressing the action. Let's take our screen to him off the respawn. Zed is currently 18-12, and he did earn both score streaks.
Yeah, so we'll see if the side of Elevate can make a comeback here in the second half. They're going to need Reed to show in a big way. Nice use of rewind there. Sees 2 players directly in front, can call those out to his teammates. He's able to get 1 kill, but it's going to make it easy for the rest of Elevate to trade these kills out. See how he uses these streaks effectively. I would not use them here. Hill. Probably over towards that 3rd hard point. That's when you'll see the streaks start to come in.
Yeah, this hard point is no good for using your streaks. There's too much cover. And Zed on your screen again after the respawn. You can see his team trailing by 40, trying to break in. Last time it was Watson who got in with the 3-piece. This time, Zed only gets 1. It's traded out instantly. Let's take our screen back to Classic with Luminosity. They have locked down this center hill. Slacked on top has been doing so much damage from the top mid hut. Octane finally going to be cleaned up, but Slack now has earned his rewind. He's ready to pop that payload.
So this is a little bit of like what happened in the first series I cast with Luminosity, where they go up big against E-United, and E-United's actually able to make a comeback. So Luminosity goes up pretty heavily in this one, and you see Elevate actually closes the gap for how poor that we saw Reedy playing at the beginning. He's starting to come alive a little bit. It's a little bit like how Pac-Man struggled in E-United against Luminosity. Pac-Man turned around the second half, E-United won. Look to see if Reedy can do the same thing for his squad.
Down goes Slacked. Classic picked as well. Octane was in the hill. He's dead. Saints last man up. Last one to die. Now let's take our screen back over. It's Elevate with Reedy. Reedy's switching over to the K-Bar now. He is nowhere near here. His payload just simply has not earned enough points in this game. But Watson is yelling for the squad. A big 2-piece there. Reedy now gets a 2-piece of his own. 4 dead for this Rise squad. Excuse me. Fordead for this Luminosity squad. That's not the only.
It's most of the old Riot squad, yeah. But
three-quarters of it.
You do see Elevate get a ton of time on this hard point as the guys on LG, they're spawning out. You have to hit that wall run and get over towards it, or you take the long route. They opt to not take the long route once. They try to keep going on that wall run. They give up a ton of time to Elevate, and Elevate finds themselves right back in this game.
When I was talking with Reedy earlier, I asked him who's the best player on your team, and he pointed to Zed. Zed currently 28 and 17. I asked Watson who's the best player in Europe. He said me.
Yeah, that's a totally Watson answer. The first time I met Watson, he was playing for Aware, and I remember I was just like, I don't know if this team's going to do anything, whatever, and he came out with some crazy games with the assault rifle in his hands, and ever since then, he's been a mainstay in the European Call of Duty scene. It's good to see Watson here competing at PlayStation Expo in our first Infinite Warfare competition. You look for him to be really a mainstay of the entire EU circuit for the whole year. Last year, a little bit of a down year.
And Watson's unable to break in. Matt, this is not going to be easy. You had 3 players with payloads. Slacked is going to use HID, but Classic and Saints still have theirs to pop. They're currently up by 37 points and counting as Luminosity is going to dominate the graveyard there. That looked like a full 60.
Yeah, and that is one where if Elevate gets over there a little bit earlier, they take some time. You know, you're looking at this one, it could potentially be tied. I mean, Elevate was only down by a few points going into graveyard, but where LG blows it open again. Let's see if they can hold on to this lead as you see Slacked currently on an 8 streak.
Oh, it's going to be double digits here.
Think
on
so?
His teammates, potentially.
We've seen more score streaks kill teammates.
He got Zed. No teammates. There we go.
No teammates, got one opponent. So that, I chalked it up as a very successful score streak from what we've seen this far.
Classic had to use his camo, though, and he will be cleaned up. Slacked calling in even more streaks off the spawn. You can see Octane picking up a double. That's 3 down. Last man up will pick up Slack, but Octane about to earn his payload, and this could be huge on our next HP as it is going to rotate once again. 15 points, though, still remaining, and Elevate unable to contest so far. Just too much pressure at the top. Slack has taken over this game, Matt.
Yeah, and it looks like Elevate's going to opt to rotate over towards that middle hard point, which is one that I don't even know if you need to rotate early to be quite honest with you. It's just like one that, you know, it's obviously only 2 entrances, but it can get so chaotic and you get so many different, you know, rounds just trying to pinch from both sides. It's one that I don't think you're going to be able to take a lot of time on.
We're going to stay on board with Octane coming off the respawn. Nice payload shut down there. He's earned his own payload. And when is he going to drop this bad boy down? Not yet. It's going to be a big kill scored by Watson. Watson holding on to the hill for now.
Well, I said that. I didn't think Elevate was going to be able to hold on to this for an extended period of time, but they're doing it right now. I mean, they're picking up these kills at range. See Watson doing a nice job protecting his teammate inside of the hard point, and Luminosity using a lot of tacticals trying to get in there with nades and whatnot, and they're finally able to break. So with 15 seconds left, they finally get the break they need. Now, you know, you can maybe hold on to another 4 or 5 seconds of this, but I think you need to start thinking about rotating here.
Yeah, 6 points left, so that's going to put them 243 it looks like, as it's going to rotate over. Zed, first one in the new hill. He's got his rewind available as well, so he can push out on these spawns, then go back to the objective if needed. And for now, it looks like you're going to see Elevate continue to score. The stack up at the top as Shawnee is picking them off from range. That is all red in the kill feed after a single kill came in from Slacked. Now they're going to try and push these spawns even further, but one slip up here and the game's going to LG. They're just 6 points away from victory.
Yeah, I do like Zed pushing out on this wall run, but he needs to get back. His teammates are falling inside of the hill, and he actually gets right back as Octane and Saints pick up 1 kill apiece. It's going to be Zed able to get one. Darts back inside of the hard point. As another player coming through the door, he's able to pick him up. It's going to be Octane, though, getting inside, going to contest this for Luminosity, but it's going to be Classic coming in, picking up 2, but the kills just being exchanged in outside the hard point. It's going to be Elevate getting in now, just contested this entire hard point. Chris, 6 seconds left. You see the rotation coming in. Looks like that's going to be Reedy at the top of the screen getting over towards Graveyard.
And let's go over to Reedy. That hard point just moved. Reedy now on your screen, taking some damage early on, able to still pick up a kill on Classic. Watson was there with a 2-piece as well. Are we going to see the comeback, Matt?
This is way closer than it should be. Luminosity should have put this game away a while ago. Reedy's going to have a lot of work to do. He's going to have one player jump over the top, not able to pick up Saints. His teammates need to fly in. It's going to be Luminosity only 1 point away. They're going to be able to do it. Luminosity holds on, takes game number 1, 250 to 230 over Elevate. Now that is one where Luminosity could have won that by an extended period, a big score line, and they just don't put it away early.
8-minute game went pretty fast, 250 to 230. Close one. Elevate, though, they start off too slow. And I think Reedy is going to just man up and be like, guys, that was my bad. You look at the numbers, though. You got what you wanted out of Watson. You got what you wanted out of Zed. Zed taking over the game with 12 defense, 42 kills, tops all players in the lobby. Watson right behind him at 35. But on the other side, it was slacked. Once he got those streaks, he went on that 8-kill spree. That was kind of the game-changing moment for me. That was probably the biggest spree we saw throughout that game.
Slack turns around and he tells us to look at the scoreboard. We've been showing the scoreboard after every game.
Thank you, Slack. We are looking at that.
You did a nice job.
You're a great director. Yeah. When you're done being a professional player, we will work with you on production.
But you think if Reedy actually finishes somewhere close to even, this is a game where Elevate probably could have taken it. I mean, with how close the score was, with how poor his play was, if he gets about close to even, this is one that Elevate could potentially have stolen.
Absolutely. So game number 1, it's in the books.
It is.
It's going to the Americans. They strike first, Europe. I know you're sleeping, but wake up for game 2. It's search and destroy. And last time we saw this Elevate squad, Reedy clutched a 1v3 to end the game.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for a bounce back here, Matt.
Well, that was one of the best plays we've seen all day, that play from Reedy. I think that I would put, the Reedy rewind play. I would put Pac-Man snipes up there. Pac-Man with some nice snipes. It'll be interesting to see what strategies the Europeans have here on retaliation, search, and destroy. And this is one where we've been seeing a lot of plays towards the same bomb site, down towards that market area. Be interested to see if we see both teams go with the same strategies yet again.
Absolutely. Shout out to everyone here at the PlayStation Experience, hanging out late, watching some games. We got a bunch of our friends over from Destiny watching the action live in-house. It's time to go into game number 2, though, and it looks like we're going to have Elevate on the attack. 2 players in. It looks like the other 2 are not going to get in. We'll take a break. Come at it one more time.
Yeah, I think they're in. I think some guys just forget to select their teams.
Shawnee, I know it's your first event, buddy, but we got to work on this.
You got to select those teams.
We're going to get there shortly.
It's in a team game, it's one of the essential things, Chris.
Yes.
To pick your team.
You got to join the game to win the game,
Yeah,
Matt.
you have to join your team to play as a team.
Actually, I've gone to tournaments where my teammates were so strong back in the Halo 1 days, and I would just put down my controller and talk smack to the other team. So, to be honest, you don't necessarily have to be in the game.
I did that professionally for a few years.
Did you?
As coach, I didn't even bring a controller.
You did intimidate people, though.
Yeah, that was our whole thing with that.
You yelled a lot at other people.
I did.
Until they played poorly.
And then it was like, wow, I do a really nice job yelling. Maybe I can yell dressed up. And I can become a caster.
You've done a great job. Fantastic transition, Matt.
Yes, it's worked out well. I've had to cut out a lot of my vocabulary from my coaching days coming into the casting booth.
Right.
Clean it up a little bit, but otherwise pretty much the same exact thing.
Speaking of clean, look at that floof on top of Slack's head.
It's pretty nice.
That's a nice blowout there.
I tell you what, it's not as good as Enable's. I see Enable here back to my left. Enable's got a flow going on.
Yeah, I know. You started blow drying your hair about 3 years ago.
I did.
I feel like all of the players have just caught on to it.
I originated it. You got to blow dry in the morning. You get some curls in it. Not gonna lie, I got a straightener. You bring a straightener to an event.
Are you
serious?
Straighten
a little bit. Yeah, why not?
I like it. All right, I support your hair choices, Matt. We're going into game number 2. If you're just joining us, it was all LG Luminosity taking game number 1. They got out to an early lead. Elevate with an opportunity to strike first. They will have the objective. That's the bomb. It's going to be Zed making his way towards the B bomb site as all 4 members are going to make their push.
Yeah, and the B bomb site is where we've seen all the action go down here on Retaliation. It's going to be Saints opening up with the first blood. So Luminosity on the defensive end, they put a little bit more emphasis towards mid-map. They're trying to get control of that hotel hallway. Gives them a little bit more versatility in where they can go off of these pushes. And they get 3 big kills as soon as the bomb goes down. Should be able to clean up Watson there at the end, which they do. They're going to get the defuse. They'll probably give it to Saints as he's closest towards some streaks. But a good first defensive round from LG.
Yeah, absolutely. So Saints is going to get the defuse, and it is Luminosity taking round number 1. That push simply did not work out for Elevate. Did not expect the pressure from the defenders to be right on them after that plant went down.
Well, a lot of the teams we've been seeing, they've been just stacking over towards the B side, and maybe playing one guy over towards A, stacking over towards B. It's an interesting strategy there from Luminosity to try and take mid-map control and then work from there. I do like that defensive setup.
Here's a look at Nicky D, a.k.a. Classic, Matt's buddy from Long Island. And they are going to be going with a similar strategy, targeting that B bomb site, except they're not going to rush the bomb down right away. They're going to let the picks happen first, and both of them happened over at the Arches. Saints on a 3 streak is looking for another. Let's switch to him, and he is able to pick it up. Last man alive now is Reedy, and Reedy is going to get melted. Saints on a 5-kill spree now.
Yeah, it was a pretty effective round from Luminosity. They pretty much told Saints go over towards B and kill everybody, and he was successful in doing so. He picks up 2 over by the Arches, jumps into bedroom. He's able to get 1 more. 2 relatively easy rounds from Luminosity, and you figure this is one where they could kind of get caught off guard. They have not seen a lot of footage on the EU teams. Obviously, EU and NA have a different play style when it comes to search and destroy. But LG with a good first 2 rounds, playing very aggressive S&D.
Donut Cam on Shawnee and Zed right now, and on the other side, Saints with 5 kills already. Working on score streaks in search and destroy is always something to fear. Let's take our camera over to Octane, though. He was in the first battle, picked off Zed. His opponents know his location, and Octane is waiting for the challenge. There it is. Unfortunately, he's going to get dropped. So it's a 3-on-3, Classic on your screen, peeking that B bomb site. But Elevate, they got plenty of time. Let's see what decisions they're going to go with here, Matt. Watson looks like the first one to clear the way over towards A.
The A bomb site's just in a wide open area, Chris. It's a really dangerous pace to push down, too. So you'll see Watson go around the outside, just going to kind of scout this out as a teammate hitting that high wall run over the top. And you just see how cautious they are going over here because there's so many ways for LG to wrap back and attack this.
And Reedy is just dancing on this wall right now, looking for opponents. The bomb will get planted, and Reedy will only pick up 1. 2-on-2 now. It's going to be Slacked and Saints left for Luminosity. Only Shawnee now left alive for Elevate. Can he clutch up here?
He's 1 player directly in front of him for a secondary, so he's going to let him walk by. Nice play there. He actually lets him walk by for just enough time. He's not going to put in enough shots. Fantastic play there by Shawnee. Clutching the 1v2.
I started clapping.
You did.
Golf clap, but I was just honestly pumped for this guy. Shawnee just turned 18, first event here on American soil. Got a chance to shine, and he did not blow the opportunity there, able to land the shots on both players.
It's a nice clutch play there from Shawnee.
Turn it up.
Yep. That's what the young kids say, Chris. Turn up.
It's lit, Matthew.
Yeah, it's lit. It's up. I believe Kevin Flynn says, dumb lit.
Dumb lit. Kevin Flynn, big fan of that one. Slacked back on your screen is going to be overlooking the B bomb site, and Saints is going to go peek it first. He says, Slacked, it's fine, man. Go put it down. Meanwhile, the action is going to be at the top of your screen. In fact, it might be all the way on the bottom. Shawnee, is he going to get the angle? He is going for the longest flank of all time.
Yeah, and it just, I mean, this can work if the rest of Elevate just waits to engage, but it's going to be Zed who picks up 1 kill here first, so that's going to force Luminosity to just look in so many different angles that they may not be watching their back. Octane, though, able to pick up Shawnee coming on the flank, but there needs to be that follow-up there. So when Shawnee goes in, there needs to be somebody else there to trade that kill out fast. Watson actually takes out Octane, though, so they do trade out that kill out. And Octane is going to be Reedy flying in, putting down some shots. It's going to be Zed getting the credit for the kill, though. It's going to be just 1 player alive from LG. It's going to be Classic up. He falls. It's going to be Elevate taking the round.
Yep. Watson was on the bomb. You see the fist bumps going on. He trusted his teammate there. He had 2 around him. Classic tried to come in and pick up the final kill, and Reedy had none of it. Quick shutdown there, didn't miss a shot, and even if he did, Zed was there to back him up. And we haven't shown a lot of Zed, but the man was on fire in that first hard point. He is going to work here in the search and destroy, the first player to pick up a kill in that round, as well as helping out with the final one. Let's jump on board with them as Elevate is on the attack. And I don't think they've had a successful attacking round yet.
I'd like to see Elevate potentially just hit this mid-hallway in the hotel and just try and push LG back and just really get in their side of the map and give themselves some options on which site to go. Not really kind of just pick a site right away, because what they've been doing is just picking a site and running into a buzzsaw that's Luminosity. So I'd like to see them just kind of work for some picks, and as I say that, it's going to be Octane getting first blood.
Yeah, Octane went for the long flank, and they were expecting it. Octane, just a better shot in that situation, outshoots Watson. Now, a second kill on Shawnee. He is just melting people here. Now,
he's going with the NV4, so the NV4 doesn't get a lot of love in respawn, but in Search and Destroy, you see the NV4 come into play a little bit more. Very good in mid to long range engagements.
And I'm trying to get up to Zed. Zed is going to fall before I can switch over to him. Let's get over to Reedy. Reedy, last man up. 1v3. Picks up one. Shots coming in from above, though. Now the pressure. Players flying at him. And look at this kill cam. Octane. It's just calm, cool, collected, no big deal. I fly all the time like this. Check me out. It's slacked in your kill cam, though. Octane. Oh, yeah, it's inside the hotel.
Flies as well, though.
Yeah, he flies all the time. Slack, though, able to pick up your final kill in this round. And we are going into round 6. LG up by 1.
But Elevate has played them tough. They just need to figure out what they can do on the offensive side. It'll be LG now on offense. We'll see what they do with the bomb in hand. It looks like they're going to stack this one a little bit over towards the B side. Some kills straight out. It's going to be Classic and Octane with a kill apiece for LG. This round is going fast, Puckett, as we're already down to a 2v1.
Absolutely. Tough shoes to be in if you're Watson. Bomb is going to be scooped up, but still not planted. So you got some time. You don't have a payload available. It's really just you and your primary weapon, as he has no tacticals, no lethals. So Watson's got to outthink and outshoot his opponents here.
He is not in a good position here as LG. They have free reign over the B bomb site. You see they're going to put the bomb down now. Slack's going to get his rewind. This is not a good situation for Watson to be in. It's a round that Luminosity, if they take as well, Chris, I mean, they go up 4-2. You figure Elevate, their offense has been pretty poor. It's another round that LG could win. This is a huge round for Elevate.
Watson on D not only has to get both kills, he's got to get to that bomb for the defuse. And this is one of the toughest sites to retake. There's so many places opponents get high. They're stacked up. And he is going to have his hands full. Nice bait and switch here from Luminosity. Watson didn't know the second one was hiding on the other side of that garage. And here's a look at Classics. Classic just using his teammate to bait him in.
Yeah.
Simple shots.
It was such a smart play by Slack there because he takes a few shots and instead of jumping out and challenging, just sits in that corner and he knows he has his teammate coming through that backside of the room.
No need to risk it.
And yeah, I mean, they were going to trade that kill out effectively. Even if Watson picks up Classic there and has to push into the room, that's a really easy kill for Slack to pick up.
Reedy was off to a hot start. He has slowed down. Zed has had some big kills, but the man's at just 3 and 5. They need more out of him. Had an opportunity to pick up 2 kills in this round, get shots at a player, but no finish. His teammates are there, though. It's going to be Watson and Reedy. Watson trying to track down his killer, and he will pick up the final kill of the round. Elevate is going to pick one up. 3-4, though, as it's going to be Luminosity back on the attack.
They win it. I do not really love that challenge there by Zed to just kind of slide out and fight that, and with nobody else there to clean that up. But Watson finishes off that final kill, and Elevate gets another round on the board. But still, I feel like that is one where, I mean, it's great to play with aggression, but right there, I mean, you need to make sure you have a teammate there to follow that up.
We haven't shown a lot of Saints. Let's take a look at
Let's
Renato.
show some more Saints.
Yeah. Let's see some Saints. He had a big round earlier, and not going to happen this time.
Nope, he's dead. Right off the rip, Reedy's able to pick him up. Slack trying to knock down some shots at range. He uses his rewind just to stay up, and it's going to be Octane falling for LG. They're able to pick up Reedy in the middle of the map, though, and that's going to open up the A site. I wonder if we see Luminosity try and get a fast plant over here.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're going to hope for. They do know someone has to be close, though, so they're going to scout out everywhere. It's going to be Slacked working with Classic. Classic jumping on the walls, trying to get eyes on the other side of this market, but they are just giving so much time to Elevate to track them down. Now they've spotted out Zed. They know where one of the 3 players are. 38 seconds, plenty of time to get the bomb down, but now you lost Classic and you lost the round. 4-4. Elevate taking back-to-back rounds now.
Yeah, Slack had an idea. There was a player to his left who was just pre-aiming the top of Graveyard, hoping that player would jump up, try and take that Classic. Classic actually gets taken out from Market, and Watson comes in, cleans up that kill in the middle, and we have a tie game, 4 rounds apiece. So it looks like it has the makings of going around 11, Chris.
I'm waking up. I'm standing up. I'm getting ready, Matt. Intense video game action occurring right now. Let's show Reedy. 10-6, the last 2 rounds. He has been a major factor. Zed kind of baiting them out for him last time they were on the attack. This time, Slacked, pre-firing through the window, is going to pick Zed. Reedy was taken down to no health. He has to back down. This push just got shut down, and they have to totally rethink their new positioning.
And the thing is that they were going to go fast with this push and get aggressive. That is why you see Reedy has the ERAD out. So the ERAD, obviously an SMG, we saw get a lot of love from some of the players, and they were trying to scrim leading into this event with a weapon draft. But since then, the SMG is only falling out to when you need to make those fast, aggressive pushes into close quarters, like into this hotel hallway. But
right,
see now. It's going to be Elevate trying to get the bomb into market. Not a spot you want to bring it, and Saints picks up a big two-piece.
Watson last one up. Let's watch it. 1v3. Can he do it? There's one. Octane and Saints both working towards their payloads. It looks like Saints already has his. And this is a big play for Watson. Can't get the active camo off. And Classic, he's just smirking, man. No big deal. 5-4. They need just one more round, and Octane was just waiting for this kill around the corner. There it is. Nice bait there by Saints. Good finish from Octane. Great positioning over at the B-bomb site.
It's fantastic positioning from Luminosity. I mean, you see, even if Octane, in the crazy scenario where he gets turned on right there, you still have Saints in a position to pick up that kill with ease and trade it out. Now, Luminosity with a chance to win it here.
And we are on board with Octane. First fight in the middle. Easy kill against Reedy.
But, like, look at your mini-map. Like, there's nobody else there to follow that up for Elevate. Like, why? There's no reason to challenge that fast.
Talking to Elevate, they said, we put in the time. We know what we're doing. There's a big kill from Watson. He popped that camo, came behind a player, and it makes it a 3v3. Let's go over to Zed, and as I say that, Zed doing damage. Slack, last man up. He's going to find one kill on Watson. Now has to get past Shawnee and Zed.
The bomb is down, though, over by the B bomb site, so not ideal here in this situation for Slacked. And you see just a better system that Elevate's going with now. You see both arrows on your mini-map just playing back-to-back.
Well, let me show you what they're doing, Matt. Are you ready?
Yep.
Shawnee, looking at a doorway. Zed, laying prone.
Every doorway is covered.
Watching the opposite entrance. Slacked, he's got to use some, well, I was hoping to see that lethal grenade come in instead. It's just some rubble. Slacked, able to escape after putting the bomb down. So Elevate giving them the free plant, trying to react it. They do it well. It's going to be Zed picking up the final kill, and they will give Shawnee the defuse.
Yeah, I like the idea to come out and challenge right there. You need at least one kill to try to force that 1v1 scenario where you could have gotten lost, could have just baited the bomb out for a little bit longer. So it was a good challenge there from Slack. Does not
going to round
win
11, Matt.
We are. This is your favorite. This is your favorite.
The closest games possible. 250 to 230 was game 1. Now around 11, and the team on attack. It's going to be Elevate. Not going to be an easy one for them, but they do have the overdrive. Is Zed going to pop it?
Yeah, I don't think there's a reason to really pop this here at the beginning. Maybe if you get bombed down and you want Zed to go on a long flank, then you can see the overdrive come in, but it is so essential to not get first-blooded here on offense.
And this key player here is Saints. Saints on defense. Needs to see the push coming. Shawnee grabs Slacked. Saints is going to be able to answer back, but Zed with that bomb.
I would not be shocked if you see bomb down and you see Saints come flying out with that reactive armor. So here comes the bomb. It's going to go down, and Saints use the reactive armor and just push in.
There it is.
There it is.
And it looks like his teammate's going to fall. Saints last man up versus Reedy one-on-one here. And that's for the game. Saints clutching up, and he's going to get the defuse. Josiah, you see Slack standing up, celebrating.
All right.
That happened.
Saints did it. Saints, the 1v2
Saints
there.
got it done. You got to question what was going on with Reedy. Was he reloading? Did he hear a call out that was false? You can see the frustration from Elevate. They were behind this entire game, and at the end, they just choked up.
It looked like he was trying to, get up on top of the patio area, but he just didn't jump off the awning there.
Mantling's hard.
It's difficult. Happens to all of us, but it can't happen in around 11 there. It's going to be LG up 2-0 now in this series. Elevate with their backs against the walls going into uplink. Not looking good.
No, it is not looking good at all. Reedy finishes with 12 kills, but could not get that ever-important 13th kill, as Saints is going to get 12 of his own, finishing on top of the leaderboard for Luminosity.
Now, we'll actually see uplink coming up next. It'll be a throwback uplink. So this is a map and mode combination. We've seen a lot of players. They really love it here in Infinite Warfare. And you're going to be seeing a lot of action happen towards that lower side of the map, over towards that bike path. don't want to push that drone topside. You know, it's such an open field to run through, and with so many assault rifles in the game, it's very dangerous. You want to spawn the opponents up in that field.
I'll be honest, Europe has been doing everything that I haven't expected them to throughout this tournament. So where we say don't go to the top half of the map, maybe that's the game plan here.
Yeah.
We'll see. Elevate, they do what they want.
Oh, actually,
unfortunately, they haven't gotten any of the game wins yet.
I got to join the game, make sure you're in Codcaster, make sure you got
I'm
the
switching
teams
the teams up. We're good, Matt.
You're on top of it.
I'm ready. Final match of the day. It's game time.
Like, oh, man,
is it going to be a 3-0 from Luminosity? Let us know in the chat if you think it's going to be Europe Elevate making the comeback. Show some love.
Let us know in the chat as well.
Right now. And I'm cheering for the comeback story.
Yeah?
I want Elevate to make this interesting.
Puckett wants a Game 5 round 11.
I just got my round 11 in Game 2.
Puckett wants a Game 5 round 11. But you're going to get a draw instead.
I'm going to get a draw. We're still working on it. Octane hasn't perfected joining into games yet. I'm staring at you, Octane.
He's like, I know I haven't figured it out.
Just so you know, Sam.
The players.
Okay. They're working on it. This is day one. Everybody's getting
used to things.
Getting used to it.
Working their way back
Get the
into
kinks
things.
out.
It's like, I'm like, hey, Chris, you got to swap the teams. You're like, I saw you typing them in. I'm like, dude, there's a button for that now. Boom.
Yeah. They put that option in.
It's there.
I like to manually switch colors sometimes.
Yeah, you just kind of reinforce.
That's how we ended up with a pink face team earlier.
It's like index cards, right? You just reinforce it by just writing it over and over again. It's like
exactly.
It's like, I'm gonna nail this.
Throwback uplink. We've seen some close uplink games, some going to overtime like Elevates did, others being total blowouts. What's your prediction here?
I'm gonna lean more towards total blowout.
You going blowout?
Yeah, I think LG. I think they want to put this one away. I think your dreams of the Game 5
never happening.
Gonna end here.
My buddy Shawnee, who's right there on your screen, says otherwise, Matt.
Oh yeah, what does he got to say about it?
Shawnee and I have known each other for at least 8 minutes of communication.
It's like how often do you talk to each other?
We are great friends.
And he said, "Hi, I'm Chris Puckett."
He did not promise me a great game, but I have a feeling he's going to provide one anyway. Slow start though. He's not a fast starter.
Well, let's stay on with Shawnee through the respawn.
Too bad.
Oh, I guess we're not. Yeah, there you go. I want to see some more Shawnee. But this is a player a lot of Europeans kind of touted. This is his first year, able to play in the CWL. That he's going to be a player that's going to have a big impact.
Now, I said on stream that Shawnee is the best player in Europe.
You did.
Or at least from Scotland. Apparently, neither of those things are true, according to Josh. He was very upset. Slight Josh is like, what the hell is Puckett on? Said, I just couldn't understand what Watson was trying to tell me. Zed, though, picking up 2 and slaps a 3rd. Take a seat slacked. And we're going to see Zed pushing into the base. This should be a scoring opportunity, but they're so slow to get to the drone, Matt.
Yeah, the only issue about that was that they did not have the drone. So it was a great push there by Zed.
Zed's still
picking up kills. They need to get the drone out of mid-map. I mean, now Luminosity has control of the drone. It's like, how crazy is this? It's like they're getting outslayed in their own base, but they had drone control in the mid-map.
Finally, drone is going to drop. Saints going to be the killer. Zed will not be able to pick up his 6th kill in a row, only 5, as we take it over to Watson. Nice shots from Watson. Free aim in that door. Octane just comes flying through into his reticle. Will stay on with with Watson off the respawn. All of his teammates, though, falling over at the drone. Last one up is Zed. And really, at this point, Elevate just has to slow the game down.
I'm a little disappointed in Elevate right there, not going to lie. I mean, they got a lot of kills in the Luminosity base. They get control of mid-map. It's like they just could not, they're just not doing the objective. They're just not picking up the drone and pushing it forward. And now you see Luminosity, the drone in hand. They're picking up kills. They're spawning Elevate in that top side. If they get control of Statue here, this is where Luminosity can really start racking up some points.
Nice job by Classic. He's going to put in the 2-pointer. Octane cleared the way on a 4 streak. Slacked also picking up kills in the feed. He has picked up 2 in a row. Octane looking for another, and let's go to him after picking up the kill. He's able to grab the drone. Here's at least a 1-pointer. Nailed it.
That camera is so awesome. I'm so happy they introduced that feature here. In Infinite Warfare, you're able to follow the drone through the air.
The best part is Octane survived all that.
Yeah.
After throwing it, he knew the pressure was coming, able to pick up the kill, staying alive, buying Classic some time. The defenders all falling around him. Finally, Reedy is going to stop the progress here from Luminosity, but not before 3 points are put on the board. Reedy just throwing the drone down, knows he has to pick up the kills first before they can push this forward.
Well, I think you need to see somebody from the side of Elevate really kind of take the objective into their own hands and be that OBJ player, because right now it's just everybody pushing forward, trying to slay. They're able to get the kills, but they don't have the objective to actually get points on the board, and they've just given up so much map control now to Luminosity. Luminosity going to come in, connect with another 1-point throw, and this is one where Elevate had control early. You know, they had a Zed in the Luminosity base picking up kills, and they had nothing to show for it.
I thought Shani was going to be able to stop that drone. Instead, another 1-point toss goes in, so a 4-0 lead here for Luminosity. Let's take our screen over to Zed. When they did have success on Precinct against Rise, it was Elevate pressing the issue. After Zed would get 2 kills, he would even push up the drone by himself. Then they would let him kill again, and their teammates would pick it up in the back before passing it back forward. Meanwhile, it looks like Luminosity just scoring at will now. That's another one put on the board by Saints. Octane grabbing the high ground. He's got some score streaks to work with as well. This is very tough position to be in if you're Elevate. You're spawning up one at a time. You're pushing in one at a time. And Luminosity is not giving up any ground in the middle of this map.
Yeah, I mean, for Elevate, your spawns are staggered. You have no control over mid-map. It's just you need to kind of get back to your base, get everybody up, and get like a full reset. And they just have not been able to do that. And Luminosity has done a fantastic job of getting control of the drone. And also, when Elevate was pushing them back into their base, they did a fantastic job wrapping back, you know, maybe having one player just kind of contest the drone, pick up that big kill in the middle of the map. And that's what's given Luminosity this lead.
A Classic is spawning them out constantly. Now you see everyone spawning up over at blue on the other side of the field. They're not even getting a chance to fight into these underpasses, to even get near that objective. Slack is going to be patrolling the middle now, shooting players from behind. It seems that has been the theme of this game. You look at the numbers, only 1 player positive for Elevate, and that's going to be Zed at just +2.
Yeah, things have definitely evened out a little bit since the beginning of this game. Saints almost able to pick off Watson in the back there, but it seems like we're actually going to get another at least 1-point throw attempt. It's going to be Classic. He's going to go with 1 melee. He's going to wait for Slack to pick up 1 kill. Tries to get a 1-point throw off, and he's not able to do so. Zed cleans him up there at the end. Throws the drone off for a reset, but only 5 seconds left. Nothing going to happen with the drone now. It's going to be Luminosity going into the second half, up 5.
You said this might be a 3-0. I'm leaning that way. If Luminosity keeps playing this way, and if Elevate keeps running in one at a time, they are never going to be able to catch up.
And Elevate had so much control at the beginning of the game. Zed comes through, he picks up a bunch of kills. They have control of the middle of the map.
5 straight kills from Zed.
And they don't get the drone. They don't even try and advance the drone into the Luminosity base. Just some poor strategy from the side of Elevate.
We're going to stay on board with your Luminosity team. They're up 2-0 in the best of 5. They could finish the series and lock in a spot in our Sunday bracket with a win here. And that is a nice opening. Saints and Classic picking up kills. Classic on your screen. Going to be pushing the perimeter. Drone is behind him in the hands of Saints. And you got Slacked in the convoy as well. Saints has just got to dip and dodge here with the drone, trying to pick up some extra armor now. And they're pre-peeking the corners. Watson unable to push in, though. Just too much pressure on the base already.
Yeah, and if you're LG, you don't have to force the issue here. I mean, you're up by 5, up 5-0 to be exact. And you don't really need to get more points. At that point, you just don't want to force the drone into a spot where you can't get anything for it. They pick up some kills there towards the end. They're not able to get any points, but it doesn't hurt Luminosity because they still hold the map control.
And Slacked is on a 4-kill streak, finally taken down. As you see, Saints turn his attention to his killer, picks off Reedy. Octane in the kill feed as well will take down Shawnee. That's 2 down. They're spawning him out on the right side. And this drone could be going through. It looks like it's going to be stopped short. Slack just going to give up on that idea.
Well, Slack's actually up top grandma here. He's not able to pick up that kill. Maybe if he picks up that, he's just able to hold this position. His teammates are able to come through the underpass here and maybe make a play for the drone. But now you see it's going to be Elevate wrapping this drone topside. And I feel like that's a little bit of a desperation. This is not where you want to bring the drone.
Shawnee getting some help from Zed, staying alive. And it looks like you said, you know, one player needs to take on that objective role. Shawnee trying to be that guy, and as I say it, Zed is just going to go pick up all the kills, grab the drone himself. Shawnee's going to fall, so Zed, the one-man army, trying to get it done. Does get some help in the top window. That's Reedy there taking out Classic. All alone, though, this is a Hail Mary, and he is not going to make it. That one's going to be scooped up by Octane.
And I feel like that's the situation where maybe you could have used Overdrive. Now, we saw a game earlier with Orbit where they actually don't get anything with their Overdrive, and Octane now attacking for Luminosity has Overdrive of his own, not going to use it, goes high off the wall run. He's cut down with ease as It's going to be Elevate set up in their base. And I feel like for both teams, like this is not an ideal spot to have the drone or run the drone. You're okay with a reset here and then going back towards mid-map.
Let's take our screen over to Watson. His 3 teammates behind him. Watson has tried to push in and take over the spawns. Not going to happen. And now it's Zed. Last man up has popped his overdrive. Nothing to come out of it. They're starting to just panic, Matt.
Why would you use overdrive there?
That's like, do I have reactive armor? Oh crap, no, that's overdrive.
Yeah,
not gonna work out the same way.
You know, you want overdrive because it gives you the opportunity to make a play individually to get points on the board. Now, right there, he was in absolutely no position. I mean, there was no teammates up. He had no control of the drone. It's a really odd use of the overdrive there.
You ready for this play call?
Yeah.
Slacked is gonna kill the carrier.
Okay. And then what?
I take it all back. Reedy's gonna hit a 1-pointer. Or miss it.
Or he's going to miss it.
There it is in the corner. We'll just hang out on the drone cam for a minute. What's happening? Nothing. No one close to it. They're just going to let it reset, it looks like, on the defensive end. Finally, Classic's going to go back and toss that one to the middle of the map. Zed still up, though, here for Elevate. Going to hang out in the top window, but Luminosity doesn't just run out on that drone. Finally, they start to put pressure on it. Zed shuts them both down. That's 2 headshots. Now a 3rd kill for Zed. If you don't score here, there is a massive issue here for Elevate, and it looks like that drone got stuck.
Yeah, Slack picks up Shawnee as he's trying to bring the drone in, and it's just, now it's going to be a complete stop from Luminosity. You see Saints now on the feed. Reedy can't get the drone anywhere. It's going to be 2 more players dead for Elevate. Make it 3 as Saints comes through and actually picks up all 4. Slaughtering the members of Elevate.
And who is it? 4 times multi-kill. Is that Saints doing the damage?
It's Saints just putting in work here. See Octane trying to fly over the top, not able to get anything going, but if you're Slack and Luminosity, you just kind of hold the drone back here, you pick up some kills, you force Elevate to just get as far away from the goal as possible, have to go all the way back, pick up the drone, and now run it all the way down the map. Gives Luminosity a ton of time to set up on the defensive end.
Octane having drones thrown at him. 40 seconds left, basically, and this game is wrapped up with Luminosity in control of the drone. That means Elevate is not scoring. They are just bleeding the clock at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, you see the route that Octane is taking. He's just going to go high off the wall run, try and get a 1-point throw off. But even if he doesn't connect with it, like we were saying, it does not really matter. 20 seconds left. It's almost virtually impossible for Elevate to come back in this one, Chris.
I think it's time to look at some statistics as this one is done. 24 and 23 from Octane, 28 and 21 from Slacked, but it's Saints with 37 kills. Taking over Luminosity, cruising through one of the toughest squads to come out of Europe. Elevate gets shut down in a hot 3-0.
Yeah, and Saints is the type of player where if you support him and he has the players around him, he can do some crazy things, man. I mean, just his raw aim and just gun skill is like, it's up there with like the guys like Scump and whatnot. Like, it's just that good.
Matt, I'm exhausted. It's been a long day for me.
It's been a long day.
I know it's got to be a long day for the Europeans. They're out of their time zone, out of their element here. I expect them to bounce back tomorrow morning because they definitely played much different against Rise Nation than they did in this match against LG. Don't count these guys out on Championship
Well, right,
Sunday.
they'll go back and play Rise Nation yet again. So it's a team they've already beaten. You expect them to come back a little bit more warmed up tomorrow. We can take a look at the stats real quick. You know, Saints was the one who really led the way for Luminosity.
Yeah, absolutely. Big game.